discovered in this whole process is that we as a community have absolutely no influence whatsoever in Kingman. And now part of the reason for that is quite self-evident. Look at us. Who are we? We're not living in Mesquite. Why? We don't want those HOAs and all those other things down that happens over there. And so we tend to be much more free-spirited people. The problem is when you're a free-spirited person, you tend to be by yourself. And what is it that the politicians want? Votes. So unless we behave as a community with our own self-interest in mind and participate in the process, which means voting as a block. I understand that Mr. Watson was elected by 100% of the Colorado City citizenry. 623 votes. We can put up 1,900 in this side of the canyon. So how come we let those people over there dictate to us what services we get over here? Now another thing that I notice, and that is that we don't have a good communications system. Instead of asking it the other way around about how many people have computers, with the people who do not have access and never use a computer to raise your hand. Okay, so you can see there are very, very few. So as a result of all of this, we have an email site, as you heard earlier, but we need to have a website for Virgin River communities where all these meetings can be posted, where all of this information
staff members didn't want to commute on a daily basis to come to Scenic to go to court. Now, 96%, according to Kalali and his staff, of the income going into that Moccasin court comes from this stretch of I-15 and the people that live in this community. So I'm failing to understand how he finds it logical that 95% of us should drive 70 miles to go to court for the convenience of 5 people, a judge and 5 staff members. That's just asinine to me. Which leads me to the recall. Paperwork was filed with Alan Timber of the Elections Department under the Committee for Courthouse Justice with Chairman Jim Ray last Wednesday. We have 120 days to get 126 signatures on these petitions. They need to be Mojave County residents, Arizona citizens, and registered to vote. We do not plan to stop at 126 signatures. We got 600 plus signatures when this issue was circulated in a petition a couple months ago, and there's not a doubt in my mind that we can do that again. I would like to see 500 new registered voters. If I walk up there with a stack of registration forms and that petition with 200 or 300 names on it, they're going to take us seriously next time on November 16th when this issue passes before the supervisors, which it is back on the agenda for reconsideration on November 16th. I'm trying to get it pushed back a month so that we can get some more signatures and some more, stuff happening with it. But that's where we stand right now. And there really isn't a doubt in my mind that this is a huge defining moment for this community. If we don't show up now and do what we need to do and show a presence, we are going to be brushed off till the end of time like we are right now, and that's why the courthouse is not here. There is not a doubt. Even the supervisors admit they believe the courthouse should be here. Why is it not here? Because of those Colorado City block voters. We have way, way more people here, I think, that we can organize. Kalali won by 501 votes unopposed. We can beat that. So not only are we working with this petition, but we're planning to work with a couple candidates to run against Kalali, which we'll cover in our next meeting. We're gonna have all 2 or 3 of the possible candidates come up here and stump and give everybody kind of their ideas, and then we'll have a mock election. And then we'll see who the entire community can organize behind. We will pick that one person and we're gonna go for it. And I'm gonna work this is what I do. I'm in Kingman 2 or 3 times a week meeting with these supervisors. This is like, I'm gonna get this done. So if you guys can just help me, and we need volunteers. We need registered voters from Arizona that can volunteer to carry these petitions. And there's a sign-up sheet on the back. If the signatures we have to be very meticulous with the signatures. If they're not registered voters, they'll go through there and disqualify so many, and then that percentage will be pulled out of the overall petition and basically discarded. So we have to be super, super sure, and we can register people while they sign. We turn the registrations in 2 weeks before we turn in the signature page, and we're good to go. That's enough time for those people to be entered into the system. I didn't. Nikki, we had been working on it, but I don't know how current hers is. I'm sure I can get another list from Alan Temper, and then we can cross-verify who's already been registered in case you're not sure, and all that jazz. Is there any other questions? There will be several. I will get as many as I can pack, and we will be there. We're not going to last time we showed up, it was just me, an associate of mine, John Gall, under the impression that there was going to be a main court in Colorado City and a satellite. That idea got snowballed. Watson caved, obviously because of that voter influence up there in Colorado City, and here we are with no courthouse. But there was an outcry from the public, which I appreciate. I thank everybody for that. That's why we're back on the agenda, because people wrote letters and they called and they did something. We can't just expect to sit here and think that we're just going to get things handed to us. If they don't think we're going to do anything, they're not just going to give us any favors. There was another question in the back.
Has the verbiage on the recall petition been approved by the election rule that will review it, or is that done with the city?
No, I went and met with Alan Tempert last week and picked up all the paperwork for that. They did give us a number. All the petitions that I brought tonight are numbered and ready to go. Whoever the carrier is has to sign and notarize the back. So one person will be issued, it'll be on the list, who has what. Then that person at the end will get a Mojave County notary to come in and make sure that all the, I's are dotted and T's are crossed, because if one page is wrong, one little thing, the entire thing is thrown out. And that's where 90% of these go bad. Is that it? And if anybody has any questions, I'm around all the time. My cell number, I'll be here after. I'll give it to anybody who wants it, who wants to volunteer. We need the help. Let's get it done. Awesome. Thank you.